And among the many celebrations, Grammy Award-winning artist LeToya Luckett performed live earlier tonight, headlining the Juneteenth in the Rock celebration. Tonight, only on THV 11, Faith Woodard sits down with LeToya Luckett.
Miss LeToya Luckett, thank you so much for being here today. We are so excited to have you.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so you are performing for the Juneteenth in the Rock 2024 Street Festival. How does it feel?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's an honor, actually. I haven't spent a lot of time in Little Rock, but every time I do come, and I'm sure I came as a part of Destiny's Child, and I think I toured here, had a tour day here as a solo artist. So, but every time I've come, it's been nothing but love.
Oh my goodness. Now you are born and raised in Houston,
Texas.
H-Town.
All day.
And so you are not too far from the birthplace of Juneteenth, Galveston, Texas.
I mean, literally right around the corner, 45 minutes. I think, like I said, it's an honor. I hope my ancestors are proud.
Yeah.
I feel them strongly this weekend. But anytime I get called to do anything on Juneteenth, I've hosted shows, TV shows, but this will be my first time actually engaging with an audience like live and in person. So this is exciting.
And we will talk about your illustrious career as a
wow.
Grammy Award winner, platinum-selling artist.
that.
But we're going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
And I think I read somewhere that you got your start singing in the church.
Sure did. Brentwood Baptist. Well, my father was a minister, and we were very, very, very heavy in the church. So, I mean, from Bible study to Girl Scouts, everything was church, church, church. Getting my start there was a confidence that I had that I'm now, again, trying to find. But I just remember when I would lead the children's choir, when we would go and sing at other churches, like, I was almost begging or excited to be out in the front and just giving God all the glory and singing these songs from my heart. I definitely will say that getting my start in the church and really singing my first solo in the church, definitely.
That's your foundation.
Yeah, and it's a strong one.
Okay, and from there, you went into the group Girls Time, and I think I read that you got into the group because a certain someone was sitting in your seats.
That's true.
Yes,
Cool.
talk a little bit about that and the certain someone and how you came to be in the group.
I went to St. James Episcopal, and I've been at St. James since I was 3 or 4 years old. When this new face walked into the classroom, I was like, oh, she's new.
Get out my seat.
Yeah, and I ended up coming into the classroom, and she was sitting in my assigned preferred seat, and that person just so happened to be Beyonce. And I was very taken aback by her beauty, and then later on, finding out that she had basically the voice of an angel, as we all know now. And we ended up sharing our commonalities, which was anything to do with music. And from there, she asked me to audition for her father.
You have gone from Girls Time to Destiny's Child, just peak success with so many hits. And then you decided to kind of break off and start your solo career, which is
that wasn't my decision, but when the decision was made, I had to figure out what was next, and obviously God had something wonderful in store that even I wasn't ready for, which was a solo career. I felt like going solo was scary. That was like, not for me.
Yeah.
And once I got in the studio and became comfortable in the booth, and I was like, okay, maybe I can record songs by myself, but it was kind of weird just hearing me and being the lead because I just knew how to play my role in DC, which was the soprano, of the group. So
and a great soprano at that.
Oh, thank you. So now I'll be doing all the parts. I was like, okay, well, this is different. Yeah.
Now, I remember when you left Destiny's Child, you started your solo career, so many people were saying so many different things, but to see the success of Torn, to see the success of Not Anymore, and all those hit songs that we love.
Thank you.
I mean, it really was stepping out on faith, and now you were kind of walking in your favor.
I did it afraid at the time. I really learned a life lesson of getting out of my own way.
Yes.
Because had I listened to the little voice in my head that says, you're not ready for this, or this is scary, or, you know, allowing that fear to really take control, I would have kept myself from what I feel is God's best.
I think the first movie I actually saw you in was Preacher's Kid.
Because it was the first movie I ever did.
And I remember it was such a big deal. BET was promoting it, and they were like, LeToya Luckett is gonna be here. She's gonna be, you know, this is her first time in a film. And I remember watching that, and since then, you have been in hit shows, you know, from Preacher's Kid to Greenleaf, to Power. And I love you sitting here today, but your characters.
They be problems. They got problems. I don't know what's going on with them ladies. All of my characters, all very complex and all over the place. They have helped to honestly mold me. A lot of my characters have been very confident. They've been women empowered.
For sure.
And it's helped me find my power.
You do so many things though. You act, you sing, you host, you are a mom. You just do it all, and you do it with so much grace and so much poise.
Thank you.
You have so many fans, so many people who love your music.
Thank you.
Can we expect anything soon?
Oh, man. I will definitely. I'm trying to get back in the booth. It's every time that I carve out some time, something happens. Whether it's something with the kids or, you know, a new project comes up.
If it became a proposition, or to have Destiny's Child have a reunion with all members of Destiny's Child, how would you feel about that, and would you love to be a part of it?
To be a part of such a phenomenon, and to be able to share the stage with such gifted, talented, beautiful women again, and sing the no-no-nos and the bills, 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 and the say my names again for y'all, it would bring me joy. I don't know how.
Yes.
It would take the Lord.
Yeah.
To schedule-wise.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, and we are so excited to see you perform tonight.
I'm excited to perform for y'all.
Thank you.
Well, the performance was certainly a hit. Looks like tons of fun. If you want the full interview with LeToya Luckett, you can head over to the THV11 YouTube page later tonight.